Okay, so we made it out of the Time Manor. I went back to this cemetery not too far from it, used up a golden heart to get back to full health. So now I'm gonna try and work my way back to town with well, I don't know why this game calls him Sebastian. Simon, Sebastian, whatever you want to call him, really. So I'm gonna work my way back to town with him. We're gonna get the moss ingredient again, because I think that's actually much quicker than going down that flight of stairs. And also easier, because those dragon heads get in your way otherwise. The town's here, but we can't actually use any of the buildings yet because it's night. So I'm just gonna have to wait it out till daytime. Just wait in front of here, because I know I need to make a potion to be able to beat the game. So I'm gonna wait in front of this door where the apothecary is and get that potion made as soon as it's daytime. What does the sign say? Turn right for the evil path, left for Soba Woods. The evil path. So that's really what they call it. Okay. Okay, it should be daytime any minute now, yep. And now I have the remix of Silence of the Daylight playing again. Really nice song. Now, for the death potion, you need to find the recipe for the death potion by using the red crystal, which you get in Camilla Manor. And then you have to go back to that mystery cave. Yeah, there's a flight of stairs in the second area, starting from your right, in the evil countryside. There's a flight of stairs, there's a sign that says Mystery Cave. You go there, you walk against the wall in the Mystery Cave holding a red crystal, and then you break a block to find the recipe for the death potion, which says 3 moss, 3 white herbs, 7 roots. But you'll need to find the recipe, and I won't, because doing so I'll just save time by not going to the Mystery Cave. So really, you go there to find the recipe for the death potion, which says exactly that, but I already know it, so I'm not going to Mystery Cave. So it's not too far from the town where you get the chain whip. You go to Myron Town, get the chain whip, where you got the chain whip. You go 2 areas left and you'll find that flight of stairs. Near that sign. Because yeah, that cave's not actually a dead end. It tells you the recipe you need for the death potion, which you need to beat the game. But since I already know it, I'm skipping that entirely. And I don't even have the red crystals, so that does actually require a lot of backtracking that you can just save if you already know the recipe from like an earlier playthrough. Or you just look it up. Now I'm just double checking to make sure everything is in order here. I know what I want to do, is just I want to make sure I don't mess it up. So just a few more tricky jumps there to make. Because I know what I want to do, I just don't want to mess it up. So if you talk to this lady and you have a death potion, that wall will get destroyed. And that's the only way to pass it, actually. And beyond here, you're gonna find more towns, more mansions, and eventually Dracula's castle. So yes, you need that death potion to beat the game. So we're just gonna go through this part of the Horror Gardens first, just to get the Fire Whip. And this ferryman will also take you down an alternate route if you show him the right item, but I don't have it yet, and even then, I don't want to go to Dracula's land yet, because I don't have everything I need just yet. So I think this is Soba Town, maybe? So I'm just going to go through it real quick and buy the Fire Whip, which is in this building up here, up this flight of stairs. Really, there was a whip you'd get before this called Morning Star. It's twice as powerful as the Chain Whip, but this is twice as powerful as that, and since I already know about the Death Potion, it's not going to be that much of a detour to go and get this Fire Whip. So since I have a Fire Whip, I've spent all my hearts. I don't have that much experience compared to what I need to get the next level, so I think I'll just opt to save and quit again. This will bring all the characters back to life that might have died, and they'll all just regroup at this point. And since I saved, I'll still have that whip. Flame Whip, yep. Magic Key. Everything seems to be in order right now. So I'll do this again with the Divine Potion. So I'm going to go into a mansion and grab an item once I get the relic that I need. I'm just going to save the game again so I don't have to backtrack through the mansion. So yes, this Divide Potion can save a lot more time than you think once you figure out how it actually works. Even though it's really simple to actually go and get, you don't need that many ingredients, they're pretty easy to find, you find them earlier on in the game. Do not underestimate the power of the Divide Potion. And I just broke a block in this graveyard east of this mansion, and I got the Sacred Flame. Of course, if you have the Eyeball equipped, I'll just give you a reminder of what this actually does. Clues actually become visible. A secret treasure is hidden here. Risk AP wasn't the only typo in this game, apparently. And this flame in the ground, yup, that's the Sacred Flame that I just picked up earlier. Use the power of Dracula's ring to get the Fleva. You now possess the Sacred Flame. I already have it. They're just gonna tell me that I got it again, even though there's no point. So I already know that you need to use the ring to get the Fleva. But first, we're gonna go through the Villa of Blood because it's right in front of us. And once you get this Sacred Flame, also makes things a bit easier because you get another angle to attack your enemies from. Even then, that has a pretty high base power on its own. So even if you don't necessarily get the Chain Whip, it's not going to be that hard to deal with enemies in the late game because you can just use the Sacred Flame. Especially if you don't really have the need to buy anything else. It's pretty easy to get heart drops for the most part because compared to how many hearts you actually use up for the Sacred Flame, you only use up one at a time, and some enemies, there's only a few that drop 6, but more than often when it's night they'll drop 4. Even then, this demon's still giving me quite a bit of trouble. That plus I'm trying to dodge the fire rings on strings that just seem to be spinning around in circles. Definitely not a pendulum pattern. They just spin around in circles. Not quite sure how that happens, but nonetheless, you have to keep an eye out for those, and they're not that hard to avoid, but having demons jumping around, shooting a bunch of fireballs, does make that a bit tougher. Trying to avoid the obstacles themselves, and also the demons, and their fireballs. That's why you really want to have a powerful weapon to deal with them, because they can get out of hand pretty quickly. This is probably one of the greatest pieces of music in this entire fan game. And I'm willing to bet that it's a remix of a Castlevania song that I haven't heard of. So I didn't even bother going to get the Oak Stick because I already had one. And And that gives me Dracula's goblet. Yes, his drinking cup! And if you equip it, you'll be able to shoot fire. But Igor can't do this. So you could be a mile away and be able to kill your enemies. And now that I've shown you how that works, we're just gonna get out of the mansion like so. And use this save candle to just save the game. And because we did that with the save candle, we're gonna keep the goblet. And we're going to actually get out of the mansion much quicker because we didn't have to backtrack. So now I'm going to go for a few more items that I need. And since I got the fire whip, everything in the horror gardens is going to be much easier in general. Everything will die in one hit, even during the night, so that makes this fairly easy to get through. Yeah, the Sacred Flame's also pretty powerful as well. Get the rib just in case. Actually, no, why not get the goblet, because it's much better. I mean, being able to shoot this thing from, like, a couple hundred feet away, that's amazing. Really. I mean, up until the point where you get the goblet, Igor has the best attack reach in the game. But once you get it, and Igor can't really use the power of the goblet for some reason, then these two become, like, best in the game for most cases. Unless the enemy's at an angle that you can't hit, like, from straight in front of you. Now I'm going to take Melissa, because she can duck walk, and there's fishmen here, just to make this a little easier to deal with. Hopefully. If they shoot a fireball, I'm standing in the wrong place, and I'm still probably going to lose a character. Almost did just there. Any closer to the right, and that would have killed Melissa. Well, not... the fireball wouldn't have killed her, but the fall into the water would have. And I wasn't even being careful there, so she just died from water. Yeah, water! One of the biggest hazards in this entire fan game is water. Like, what? Come on, can no one swim? And every pitfall, really, is just a pool of water. Maybe there's sharks in the water, and as soon as they fall in, they just get eaten alive. There, no one can swim. Maybe Simon and Melissa, they wear armor that's too heavy to let them swim in the water, but Igor, I really don't know. Maybe they didn't have swimming pools back then, so it was really hard to learn how to swim. I don't know. And there's a mysterious flight of stairs here. I'm gonna try something with the spirit potion, but it doesn't even work. This is actually really mysterious. I don't know what to say. I have never found a way to actually get through this wall, and there's a flight of stairs there, so... I don't know if this is purely inaccessible, or if it's just there to make you wonder, is this an actual path I can go down? I never had the need to go down that flight of stairs behind that wall, because I never could find a way to go back there. So chances are it is just a red herring. And yeah, Sacred Flame makes this much easier to deal with. Wait, what? Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't know that! I never would have thought to check that section of the wall at the red guy not even walk through it. Okay, why is this guy walking through a wall? Like, okay. There's something hidden here. I've never even been here before. I gotta see this. And I'm starting to think that this is... I'm starting to think I'm actually just backtracking now. But... okay, I've been here before. Never mind, there's no new area. I was all excited for nothing. But at least it's a really handy little shortcut now that I know about it. Just walk through that section of the wall and it'll save you a bit of time. As opposed to having to climb down some flights of stairs. Okay, so really, you could walk through any section of the wall to get through this shortcut? Wait a minute. Holy shit. I just walked through another brick wall and now I soft-locked the game. Was this maybe a complete accident and those walls were intended to be solid, but that darker shaded gray wall somehow ended up becoming passable? And now I soft-locked the game because you're not actually supposed to be able to do that. And I can't just back out, so I'm actually stuck here. Okay, good thing I saved the game with the flame whip and the goblet, so I'm not gonna lose that much progress, but I just soft-locked the game. The music's still playing, but no matter what key I press or anything, nothing's gonna happen. You can't do anything here. You're stuck. Your only hope is to just close the game, so I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna do part 7 later. Because I can't believe I soft-locked the game!